It's a live Super Doppler 4 impact day. We do have that level 1 out of 5 threat for our area for strong to severe storms. Coming up, I'll time it out for your town.
Good morning, I'm Peyton Furtado. Thank you for joining us this rainy, kind of stormy Sunday morning, at least not yet. We've had some outages around the area. Let's take a look at Lawrence right now, see how things are looking. Cloudy, not as bad as what we've seen earlier this morning, 72 degrees. Grace Lowe has been tracking some of those potential storms across the region and some of the heat later this week. She's got everything you need to know to pick out your clothes for the week and to make your plans. Grace, what do we need to know?
There's a lot happening today, tomorrow, this week as well. There's rain, there's storms, potential tropical activity, and yes, the heat is on the way. We're in the mid-70s as you're starting off this morning, so a bit foggy, a bit cloudy. I am beginning to see some more sunshine for our folks in Anderson. Across the area right now, temperatures are well within the low 70s outside, so not too bad. Mid to upper 60s for our folks in the mountains, 73 for Clemson, Anderson, Greenville, and Lawrence, stretching all the way to Cherokee County. You're in the low 70s this morning. Here's the next 12 hours. As yes, we could see some sunshine, mainly though dealing with clouds in the upstate kind of passing through. Temperatures will reach the mid to upper 80s, and then we have another round of strong to potentially few severe storms this afternoon. Again, that same timing, starting around 3 or 4 o'clock, lasting through early evening hours. And a few of these, once again, could be carrying damaging wind gusts. That's what knocked the power out. That's what knocked down those trees. I know we got some pictures and videos from folks at home letting us know what's happening in their backyards. And you did the right thing. You sat inside and took those videos, right? And I want you to do the same thing again today. Make sure, of course, if you hear that rumble of thunder, head indoors into the mountains. Same thing for you guys. You're starting off the morning, though. I'm already beginning to see a few showers make their way from Tennessee into our folks in the mountains. And then into later this evening, things clear up. All eyes are on the heat. It's going to be near 100 degrees or even 100 degrees by this weekend. So coming up, I'll tell you how hot we'll be for the 4th of July. And checking in right now with live Super Doppler 4 radar, beginning to see some heavier rain make its way to our viewing area for our folks in the mountains. We got strong storms on the way. Coming up, I'll tell you when they reach your area. And I'm checking in right now, live Super Doppler 4 radar, zooming in on a few folks beginning to see some rain outside, some lighter rain for our folks into Asheville. Of course, stretching all the way to our viewing area. Coming up, I'll time out when the rain reaches your town. Hey, well, good Sunday morning. Here's what's happening outside. Live Super Doppler 4 impact day. We're beginning to see some rain really filter into our folks in Western North Carolina. Seeing a string right there of flash flood or flood warnings and watches for folks entering into Tennessee. Some heavier rain right on the outside of Cullowhee, Asheville. You guys are waking up to some drizzle outside. So here's what I'm going to be watching for us. That risk of, yes, severe weather today. Low 70s across the area. Feels like 72 as well with clouds outside. Skycam network into our temperatures across the area. We're in the mid-70s there. Greenville, Spartanburg 72, low 70s for Cherokee County, mid to upper 60s into Asheville, all the way down to our southern counties, Abbeville, Greenwood, Lawrence, and Union. You guys are within those mid-70s. So something to pay attention to for us today is, yes, we're going to see temperatures reach 90 degrees. It is going to be hot, that summertime feel. Starting off with some sunshine here and there, some clouds as well. Increasing risk of rain, though, for a few of these storms to become severe. So I'm highlighting today again as a live Super Doppler 4 impact day, just because I know yesterday a lot of folks were impacted by that. So if you escaped yesterday without any damage or you were doing okay, well, another round today potentially could make its way to the upstate. I just want you to be prepared. If you hear that rumble of thunder, head inside just for a moment. A lot of you did that yesterday. Severe threat, we are within that lower category. So a 1 out of 5, not that level 2, but still doesn't mean you shouldn't take it serious. It means it's a non-zero threat, which means it could happen. Here's 11 o'clock for us. We're going to see some brighter colors make their way into folks in the mountains, stretching all the way. 3 or 4 o'clock, beginning to see some heavy storms for our folks in the upstate. Clearing up for us overnight tonight, and then I'm going to be watching that typical thunderstorm activity making its way towards the area for us into Monday afternoon. So here's Monday morning for you. You see maybe a few showers here and there, mainly staying dry. Into the afternoon, we go 3 or 4 o'clock, some lingering thunderstorms here or there. And then rolling right into your Tuesday once again, that same idea as we're watching that risk of rain kind of bubble up each and every single day, right? Nothing I want you to plan around, but you know the summer in the upstate. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. You're going to see a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Today, just a little bit more dangerous in the afternoon. Here's a tropical outlook. I want to go ahead and point this out. You might be seeing this circle on social media. Nothing to be too concerned about just yet. Just something for us to keep an eye on. Mid-90s. We're cranking up the heat as well as that summertime feel, but even dangerously hot, about 10 degrees above average, which makes it, yes, 100 by Friday. Highlighting those as impact days. You know it's hot in the summertime, but that is some dangerous heat out there. Into Friday and Saturday, watching that risk of rain and the heat for folks in the mountains. And we do have a live Super Doppler 4 impact day. That severe threat across the area for us. Isolated, a few severe thunderstorms possible late this afternoon and evening. Coming up, I'll time it out for your area.
Let's take a look at Asheville this morning. We saw some raindrops over here earlier. 69 degrees, really cloudy out there for sure. Grace Lowe tracking the area's weather in the mountains, in the upstate, just about everywhere. Grace, do I need to bring my umbrella with me today?
Just keep it on standby. Okay. I don't want you to plan your entire day around this, but if you are going to be out and about in the afternoon and evening, we could be dealing with some very strong thunderstorms across the area. Anderson not looking too bad. Looks like the clouds really just for our folks in Asheville. Spartanburg beginning to see some raindrops out there for our folks in the mountains. We are 74 into Greenville today. So starting off in the mid-70s after sunrise, kind of tracking that risk of showers and yes, rumbles of thunder late this afternoon. We're going to be staying dry. So we are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Temperatures reaching right where they need to be for this time of year as we're watching that threat of severe weather again for us today. This is why we're highlighting it as an impact day, is that a lot of you yesterday were impacted. We had very strong storms. Several of them were warned on severe, carrying damaging wind gusts. We had power outages and storm damage across the area. Even a few trees down already still early this morning. So another round of that again today. Potentially not going to be as widespread, but a few of these storms could carry those wind gusts once again. Really just depends on the timing and if the afternoon really has that threat to it. So just be aware for us today. Into the mountains, dealing with rain pretty much early and all day long as well. Mid to upper 70s outside. Clearing up by the afternoon and evening, and then we got the heat on the way. Coming up, I'll tell you how hot we'll be for your 4th of July weekend. And checking in right now with live Super Doppler 4 radar, we got some rain moving through for our folks in western North Carolina. Franklin, Asheville, kind of headed down into the upstate. Coming up, I'll tell you when the storms make it to our area. Hey, well, good Sunday morning. It's a live Super Doppler 4 impact day. Here's what we got going on across the area as, yes, showers and storms are beginning to make their way to our folks in western North Carolina. Zooming in real time, live Super Doppler 4 radar picking up on some lighter or even some moderate showers moving on through for our folks up near Asheville, stretching into Hendersonville. A few isolated showers out there in Rutherfordton as well. Outside in the upstate, though, it's cloudy, it's foggy in a few spots, and a few of you are seeing sunshine. So a bit of a mixed bag across the area as you're waking up. But we do know that we could be dealing with some very strong storms on the way for us late this afternoon and evening. We are 74 in Greenville, mid to upper 60s for our folks in Asheville, 71 into Pickens, 73 Anderson. Overall, starting off in the low 70s. Temperatures today going to be right where they need to be for this time of year, mid to upper 80s. Then we'll introduce that risk of some very strong storms on the way for us late this afternoon. Really depending on the timing, if we're going to be dealing with that energy to really carry those strong storms to potentially become severe. And that's what we're looking at. That's why we're a level 1 out of 5 risk, which means it's non-zero, which means it could happen. This is why we're going to be impacting today. A lot of folks yesterday were impacted by those stronger storms, and we could see that again. So I want you to be aware, do exactly what you did yesterday. A lot of folks heard that rumble of thunder. They head inside. You were sitting in pictures and videos, and you were being safe, taking awareness and precautions. I want you to do that again. Into your Sunday. This is 2 o'clock for you, so beginning to see some heavier downpours across the area. And like I mentioned, severe thunderstorm means 60-mile-per-hour winds or even higher than that. Knock down a lot of trees. We're still seeing that, the effects of that early this morning. So just something to be aware of. Not going to be all day long. Actually going to clear up just before sunset. And then all eyes are on Mondays. We have that typical thunderstorm activity for us. You know what that means. You're in the upstate. You're in the mountains. It's summertime. It's going to be hot, bubbling up in the late afternoon, potentially some downpours, and then clearing up just before sunset. Do it all over again on Tuesday as well. So kind of keeping that similar risk every single day as all eyes are on that very big warm up we had headed our way for us into the second half of our week, just in time, I know, for July 4th. Something else to keep an eye on, yes, tropical outlook. There's one shaded area, low potential to become anything tropical in the next several days, but something for us to keep our eyes on. I know it is still hurricane season. It's something for us to watch as it's right off of our shore. Tuesday, we are 94 degrees. Wednesday, we are 95 degrees outside. And Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we know what the heat is like in the summertime. I can hear the emails now. It's hot, it's summer. We know what that looks like, but 100 degrees, that's the temperature, not the feel like. So dangerously hot outside. Something I want you to pay attention to into late next week. Make sure you're drinking water and taking all the precautions for your 4th of July weekend. And a final check on your forecast for you right now. Let's go ahead and go through this really quickly. We are within the mid-70s across the area right now. We do have a live super Doppler for impact day. The reason why? Severe threat across the area within that level 1 out of 5 category for us. So something to pay attention to. We do have that risk of potentially dealing with some thunderstorms across the area late this afternoon, and a few of those could turn severe. So overall, we have this to watch as we go towards these next couple of hours. Yesterday, I know things were rocking and rolling. Yeah. Right now, we're beginning to see some rain move through with live super Doppler for radar.
Okay, well, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I know we're going to be outside a little bit later today, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. Hopefully, our plans aren't ruined. Hopefully, yours aren't either. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the day. Remember, stay safe. Hope you have a good rest of your week, y'all.